Would all degree candidates and their guests please rise as you are able? Chief Marshal Professor Jeffrey A. Bourne will now lead the procession of the President's Party.
Please remain standing as the American flag color guard of the Army ROTC presents the colors, and for the national anthem as led by Olivia Rose Tatarosian Perez from the College of Science.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing. I welcome Alexander Levering Kern, Executive Director of the Center for Spirituality, Dialogue, and Service, to the podium for introduction of the invocation.
Good afternoon. As people of many faiths and secular traditions from around the globe, please join with these extraordinary graduates who will offer prayers. From our Jewish community, Dina Nadowich. From our Protestant Christian community, Parker Hugh. From our Muslim community, Simra Abidi. From our Buddhist community, Ethan Twombly. From our Hindu community, Tamana Asarapota. From our Roman Catholic community, Matthew Fisulo.
Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim ve'Menashe. Yisimcha Elohim kasara Rachel ve'Leah. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha ve'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yachem lecha shalom. May God make you like Ephraim and like Menashe. May God make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. May God bless you and protect you. May the Lord show countenance towards you and be gracious towards you. May the Lord favor you and grant you peace. Amen.
Heavenly Father, as we graduate today, we look to you and give you all the glory. You have been with us through the countless trials of this year, including social injustice, political unrest, and a relentless pandemic. Though it has been difficult and tiresome for many, we find in you a grace that knows no bounds and a peace that surpasses all understanding. I pray over the class of 2021 and the numerous paths we will journey on, that we may experience your love and life-changing power. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. His light is like a niche in which there is a lamp. The lamp is in a crystal. The crystal is like a shining star, lit from the oil of a blessed olive tree, located neither to the east nor the west, whose oil would almost glow even without being touched by fire. Light upon light. Allah guides whoever He wills to His light, and Allah sets forth parables for humanity, for Allah has perfect knowledge of all things. Ameen.
Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to save them all. The delusions are endless. We vow to cut through them all. The teachings are infinite. We vow to learn them all. The Buddha way is inconceivable. We vow to attain it.
Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhina bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute to that in some way for the freedom and happiness of all.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Gracious and loving God, we ask now for your almighty hand to be upon this graduating class as we and our families celebrate this grand milestone. Empower us to walk into the future with faith, hope, and great love, guided by your light, so that we may use our talents to glorify you this day and every day going forward. Amen.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm David Madigan, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and I am absolutely delighted to welcome you to Northeastern University's 2021 Commencement exercises. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Northeastern, I want to extend congratulations to you, the class of 2021. This is truly a special day, a day made particularly meaningful by the challenges we all faced together this past year. You, our graduates, met every one of those challenges with courage, good humor, and perseverance. Well done. To our faculty and staff, by guiding today's graduates to this moment and adapting to new ways of working during the pandemic, you have helped shape and inspire tomorrow's leaders and innovators. Thank you for what you have done. As we officially begin today's ceremony, we are first joined by Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker and Boston's Mayor Kim Janey. Both Governor Baker and Mayor Janey are champions of higher education and of Northeastern, and they would like to offer their congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thanks very much to Dave Madigan for that introduction. And let me just say, first of all, congratulations to all the graduates, and especially to their families and to their friends and to everybody else who had something to do with getting them from where they were to where they are now. And I especially want to congratulate them for working their way through what was a profoundly difficult year because of the pandemic. Virtually everything about what you expected your college experience to be was turned upside down in March of 2020, and has pretty much stayed that way ever since. I do think the fact that you get to have your ceremony at Fenway Park is actually kind of a cool thing, but I'm sure if you had to trade that for everything else that happened over the course of the last year, you'd probably be perfectly happy to do it back at your dorm. I also want to congratulate President Joseph Ayoun, somebody I've gotten to know over the course of almost the past 10 years here, who's done a terrific job of leading this wonderful institution through this very difficult time. To all of you, I just want to say Northeastern is really a crown jewel in the crown of colleges and universities that makes this Commonwealth so very special. And to all of the graduates today, I hope you find a way to make a great life and find purpose here in the Commonwealth of Mass. But if you don't, I hope you make a great life and find purpose wherever it is your future takes you. Good luck.
Hello, Northeastern. Thank you for including me in this special moment with you and your families today. My father graduated from Northeastern in 1970, so I feel a special connection to all of you. On behalf of the City of Boston, I want to congratulate you all on a job well done. Your perseverance and resilience in completing your co-ops and your coursework under extremely difficult circumstances should be applauded. And I know this wasn't how you thought your last year and a half would go, but your commitment to staying safe helped our city weather the storm. I know that collectively you hail from all 50 states and more than 100 countries. So I also want to say congratulations and thank you to all of your friends and family who are watching right now at home and all over the world. I wish you all the best in the future. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Baker and Mayor Janey. Good afternoon. I'm Rich DeMore, Chair of the Northeastern Board of Trustees. On behalf of the board, I'd like to welcome you all to Northeastern's 2021 commencement exercises. Graduates, I'd like to say a special congratulations to all of you. You've earned this day. Before we continue, I grew up very close to Fenway, and I thought I knew all of the organ music that was played here, but earlier when I was walking by, I heard something that was different and strange, but I did a little research, and we finally got to the bottom of that.
Okay, you've got about 5 minutes before you're scheduled to go on. Your robe's right here. I'll come back and get you when it's time. But in this room, whatever you do, try not to touch anything.
Hey, absolutely. No problem. Ooh. Ready, pause? It's been a while. Let's see if I can still do it. Whoops.
Ooh, that's rough.
Ah, I think I've got it. Here we go.
Hold on.
What's that?
Where's that coming from?
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
That's it.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
Woo-hoo! Yeah!
No. Huh.
That's not bad.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hit 5, please?
Ah!
Ooh. I don't know who this is, but this guy's great.
Ah, I'm starving.
Excuse me, coming through. So good.
So good.
Not good. Oh, wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
What are you guys doing?
He did it.
It's now my honor to introduce President Joseph Ayoun, otherwise known as the Mystery Organist.
Thank you, thank you. Well, who do you think did it? Pause or me? Say, who is for pause? Good, that's the right answer. No, it's pause. And you know what happens to him? He's in the doghouse for the rest of the day. Good afternoon, everyone. You know, this is the second commencement exercise. In the morning, they had energy, but they told me that they will have more energy than you. So let me start again. Good afternoon, graduates. We have it. Yes. Yes. Great. Let me say something important right at the start. Class of 2021, you did it. Congratulations. Bravo. It's wonderful to see all of you here in person. And I know that some of you are joining us virtually. Rest assured that you are here with us too. We feel your presence on this momentous day. In fact, we have some members of the Northeastern family joining us from across the globe. A special welcome to graduates and families from India, Venezuela, Nigeria, and many more. I also want to offer special thanks to a small and mighty group of our golden graduates, alumni who graduated more than 50 years ago. I know that you are all vaccinated and ready to celebrate. Golden graduates, we salute you. Please give them a round of applause. This ceremony is a metaphor for the past year at Northeastern. Yes, there are restrictions and limitations, many beyond our control. But we found a way. That's the Northeastern spirit. We traverse boundaries. We overcome obstacles. We believe that every problem has a solution. And I want to thank the entire Northeastern community, especially our new graduates, you, for making this past year successful. Graduates, please rise. Turn to your parents, friends, spouses, and partners. Without them, you will not be here today. And special thank you to all mothers on this Mother's Day weekend. Wave to them. They're taking pictures of you. Graduates, please thank the Northeastern faculty and staff who supported you on every step of your journey. Let's give them a round of applause, too. And please thank yourselves for persevering, for living through a strange and uncertain time, and for staying true to your dreams. The applause is for you now. We applaud you. Please be seated. One phase of your education comes to a close today. The rest of your education is just beginning. We all are lifelong learners. Many of us have been here at Fenway Park before. How many of you were at Fenway Park before? Raise your hand. Wow. Well, for me, this is only the second time I've actually been on the field. About 10 years ago, I was asked to throw out the first pitch at a Red Sox game. To be honest, I was nervous. I had practiced for a full week. But when I got out here, under all the spotlights, the pressure was on. I hoped for the best. My pitch made it over the plate, but I was in no danger of getting a major league contract. Then something magical happened. After my mediocre pitch landed in the catcher's mitt, there was a huge roar of applause from the stands. I realized that in that moment, the power of Husky pride is real. Let me be clear. The cheers were not for me. They were for Northeastern and all that our university stands for. So no matter where you go, from Boston to Buenos Aires to Bangkok, the Northeastern family will emerge to cheer you on, sometimes when you least expect it. At most commencement ceremonies, the job of the president is to make bold pronouncements, to use lofty language that inspires, to speak in grandiose terms about the future. But this is not most commencements, and this is no ordinary time. So instead of offering a series of cliches about hopes, dreams, and possibilities, I would like to share with you a few simple stories. Stories that encapsulate for me the enduring lessons of the past year. Lessons that I will never forget. Here is a vivid memory that I haven't shared before. It was October. The weather was getting cold, and the pandemic was worsening. We were at the leading edge of last year's deadly winter surge. It was a Wednesday, and I was in my office, alone. In fact, the whole building was largely devoid of people. A sense of emptiness was apparent. But then I heard music, a saxophone, keyboards, bass guitar, and drums, and it was fantastic. I assumed someone down the hall had Spotify cranked up, but no one was around. Then I realized the sounds were coming from outside the building. I was determined to get to the bottom of this musical mystery. So I ventured outside and began searching around the building. I followed the sounds until they led me into an alley behind Columbus Avenue. Sure enough, I discovered a live jazz quartet jamming in a little courtyard beside a picket fence. I've listened to a lot of jazz in my life, and these musicians were captivating. And then, just when I thought this magical moment couldn't get any better, I noticed that the drummer was wearing a Northeastern sweatshirt. "Go Huskies," I said under my breath. I later found out that the drummer's name is Zeke Martin, and he teaches in our own music department. That semester, Zeke had found a way to teach his students on drum sets spaced 12 feet apart in Ryder Hall. But he couldn't play in jazz clubs or other live venues. So Zeke and his bandmates began playing that day for a simple reason. This was their passion. And a deadly pandemic wasn't going to stifle their passion or silence their instruments. They didn't realize anyone was listening. I looked up and saw people opening their windows in amazement. An NUPD officer standing nearby gave a thumbs up. What Zeke and his bandmates showed us that day is something I hope we can all remember. The times of greatest challenge demand that we add an extra measure of purpose to our passion. That is when you make your music possible. And in doing so, you will surely bring joy to others along the way. A college education has always involved passing tests, but your class has to be the most tested in history. Of course, I'm talking about COVID tests. Raise your hand if you took more than 50 tests this year. Well, more than 70. I'm going to confess something. I loved getting tested at Cabot. Frankly, I didn't think I would. But that space, with its quirky music, beautiful banners, and terrific staff, was truly special. I saw many of you there every week, armed with your swabs, and more importantly, your desire to keep our campus safe, to protect the pack. 2 weeks ago, we surpassed 1 million COVID tests on campus. Wow. Those 1 million tests may seem like mundane acts, but they represent something much more profound. Every time you got tested, you were engaged in both an individual act and a collective promise. This promise often involved sacrifices, limiting your social circles, pausing some of your favorite activities, foregoing visits from family and friends. Managing COVID on campus presented a new social compact. You agreed to take certain steps. In exchange, you paved the way for a successful, uninterrupted school year. Throughout all these challenges, you had one guiding star: your desire to be together. The lesson is clear. None of us can live our lives in isolation. We all crave the power of human connection. We're all part of the same human family. What we do individually, good or bad, affects our shared journey. Building and nourishing a community requires millions of individual acts that culminate in collective power. This power goes far beyond reopening Northeastern. And you can exercise it well, and you can open the world for all humankind. One of the most consequential events of the past year took place many miles from here. At Northeastern, opportunities to learn and engage can come from anywhere. On May 25th, the tragic murder of George Floyd ignited something powerful in the US and around the world. While walking along the Boston Common a few days later, I experienced firsthand the nonviolent protest that dominated the city that night. I was struck by the sea of faces of every color and every background who seized the urgency of that moment. For a second, I actually forgot we were in the midst of a global pandemic. COVID seemed distant in the face of this fierce new urgency. The fight for social justice and racial equality could not wait, and you didn't wait. And that's an important lesson for us all. Historical moments will happen, and when they arrive,
we don't get to wait for other crises to settle down. We need to take responsibility in the moment for making the world better. In the coming months and years, many of you will take the lead in eradicating systemic racism. And you will be the champions of other causes as well. Climate change, economic inequality, food insecurity. You will create algorithms that reduce implicit bias. You will bring more diverse voices into fields such as medicine and engineering. And yes, your generation will help us prevent the next global pandemic. Your job as graduates, as leaders, is to seize these moments when they happen. It doesn't matter what else is already unfolding. When history knocks on your door, answering will be your generation's highest calling. And it is your opportunity to bend the world and forge a just society. The heart and soul of a Northeastern education is experience. It is fair to say that your class has had an experience that you could never imagine. It hasn't been easy. You had to adjust to changes in your classes, your research, your co-ops, your social lives. You had to change plans and cancel trips. But there have been moments of grace, moments of joy, moments of connection, moments that came out of nowhere, like the sound of jazz music rising through the air on a cold, gray day. A beautiful reminder that we all have the capacity to persevere and we all have the talent to create. When this crisis fades, and it will, I hope these are some of the memories you carry with you forever. I often say that your Northeastern education prepares you to face the unknown. Your class, perhaps more than any other, is prepared for whatever comes next, for any possible unknown. I wish you the best of luck. Your resilience and your infinite spirit will guide our world to new heights. We are truly in your hands. Graduates, I salute you. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ken Henderson, Northeastern's Chancellor and Senior Vice President of Learning. Students are at the center of all that we do here at Northeastern, so I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the class marshals from each of our colleges. Natalie Rose Perry, graduating from the College of Engineering with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering. Matthew Francis McLaughlin, graduating from the Damore McKim School of Business with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Hei Young Chang, graduating from the Bouvet College of Health Sciences with a degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Pharmacy. Nipur Neoji, graduating from the Curie College of Computer Sciences with a degree of Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. Jamie Lee Ryan, graduating from the College of Arts, Media and Design with a degree of Bachelor of Arts with a major in Media and Screen Studies. Anne Reed Tucker, graduating from the College of Science with a degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Cell and Molecular Biology. And Carol William Cooper Meakin, graduating from the College of Social Sciences and Humanities with a degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Political Science, Philosophy, and Economics. Now, it is with great pleasure that I introduce your student speaker, Neha Jain. Neha is from the Damore McKim School of Business, and Neha hails from Sonipat, Delhi. She graduates today with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with concentrations in Management and Finance. Her many service and leadership roles at Northeastern in the School of Damore McKim include a Damore McKim delegate and mentor, a team leader at the Centre of Community Service, and as an instructor at New Calls, which is a student-led organisation dedicated to sharing the power of learning new languages by providing free language sessions for Northeastern and students and residents of the Greater Boston area. Neha is a Dean List student and has also amassed an impressive list of academic achievements. These include studying abroad at Copenhagen's Business School, earning Northeastern's prestigious International Scholars Award. She's also completed co-ops at Santander Bank and Blueprint Consulting in Chicago. In January, when Neha finished her coursework, she began a full-time position at the information services company Alpha Insights in Dubai. Please welcome your speaker Neha Jain.
Four years back, I flew about 7,681 miles, far away from my hometown in India, to the city of Boston, with a few $100, 3 big bags, and a whole lot of dreams. Little did I know that in the next 4 years, I will have lived in 3 different cities, worked at 5 to 6 different jobs, made friends that turned into family, and of course, run around Boston in my underwear. A very good afternoon to President Aoun, esteemed guests, faculty, friends, family, and of course, the class of 2021. Welcome. Welcome to the day which after the past year we have had seemed almost impossible would ever come. But we made it. We made it regardless of the unsurety that loomed over all our lives in 2020. We made it. But I do not want to talk about how resilient we have been or how tough the year was. Instead, I want to talk about today and the past 4 years we've spent at Northeastern, and how being a part of the Northeastern community has impacted and changed my life, and hope that my story will resonate with a lot of you here and can somewhat capture the life and experience of being a part of the Northeastern family and being a Husky. I come from a very small town in India, where since childhood I was told that America is the land of dreams, land of infinite opportunities, and a place where I could be whoever I wanted to be. This thought stuck with me throughout, and I just knew that I had to be there one way or the other. And I still remember the day I received my acceptance letter from Northeastern. I literally screamed and called my dad and said, "This is it. This is the beginning of my dreams coming true." I knew that I was going to be far away from what I had known my life to be or my comfort zone, but I also knew that this was the time for me to get out and take my chance at life. And I cannot even begin to explain how grateful I am to have had this experience at Northeastern, because this truly is a place that fosters innovation, creativity, and growth. I wouldn't lie, the first few days of freshman year were full of self-doubt and anxiety, where I constantly questioned myself if I will ever make it, where the thought of going on co-op gave me chills as I didn't have a resume or any sort of work experience. I didn't know how will I ever fit in with the people from cultures I have never even heard of, and how will I ever survive the crazy snow days that everyone kept warning me of. But well, here I am 4 years later, standing in front of all of you, having completed 2 amazing co-ops, studied abroad, mentored students, and did many other things just like all of you right here. Northeastern truly gave me opportunities every single day and equip me with the self-confidence and the fearless attitude to take on anything and everything, and to not be afraid, to believe that even the wildest of dreams can come true, only if you believed in yourself. I'm still awed at how Northeastern truly knows the meaning of the word community and family, as many do not. I witnessed this several times over the past 4 years, but most recently in 2020, when the pandemic hit and I could not fly back home. I didn't know what was gonna come or where was I gonna go, but Northeastern never let me feel alone and made it feel like home right here. I have just started my full-time role in Dubai at the start of this year, and I can confidently say that the experiences that Northeastern was able to give me have helped me in starting this role in the toughest of times, but in the smoothest of manners, and me being at my most confident self ever. The ever-learning mindset that I was able to achieve here is unbelievable, and the kind of environment that I've been in for the past 4 years has not only prepared me for my career, but has prepared me for life. Before I joined the university, I only knew of the existing rules and the defined path that my peers followed back home. But once I was here, I realized that there are no rules. You can define your life and your path however you wish to. I took a storytelling class while I was taking a fintech course. I took a film class while I was trying to write codes in Python. And while doing all this experimentation, I still to some extent did not feel lost, but instead felt a sense of curiosity. And that is what truly means to be a Husky, to be curious and to not be afraid of trying. I learned how to love, how to feel joy, how to set goals, and how to foster a sense of community, all here at Northeastern. I will truly miss and cherish my time here, whether it was the strolls at the fence or the 2 a.m. burritos from Amelia's, the unending group meetings at Curry to the free Ben & Jerry's ice creams in the summer, the painful walk to the classroom in snowstorms, to the concerts at Springfest, the Bello Bello sandwich from Rebecca's to the midnight breakfast at Steast. Northeastern, you will be missed. At last, I want to thank my family, my mom, dad, Addie, Shreyadi, my Jiju, for being my biggest cheerleaders, and they couldn't fly here today, and they're currently streaming this live. So hi, guys, and I love you all so much. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to spend these past 4 years here at Northeastern, and thank you so much for always believing in me. And also a big thank you to everyone here for being the most amazing and just the best people to have spent the past 4 years with. So to the class of 2021, all I want to say is that we've got this, and a very, very, very happy graduation.
Thank you, Neha. What a wonderful story. Here at Northeastern, we constantly innovate to make the world better. Today, it is my honor and privilege to introduce one such trailblazer, Dr. Patrick Brown. As an esteemed biochemistry researcher at Stanford University, Dr. Brown pioneered innovations that include using gene expression patterns to classify cancers. But what he may be best known for is in your grocery aisle, the plant-based burgers and meats he developed by Impossible Foods, the company he founded to improve human health and reduce the impact of animal farming on climate change. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Patrick Brown.
Thank you, graduates and families, for letting me share this happy occasion with you. Many of you might be feeling what I felt at my own graduation 45 years ago. Optimistic, excited, and curious about my future, but with no clear idea what I'd be doing in 10 years. Early in my adult life, I meandered into what I thought was the best gig in the world. I was a professor leading a research group at Stanford Medical School, and my only job was to follow my curiosity wherever it might lead, make inventions and discoveries, and help my students do the same. As a scientist, I was constantly looking around for new mysteries and new areas to explore, so that time and again, I was back to being a beginner, an outsider, in a new field and tackling a new problem I didn't know how to solve. A naive outsider could look at a subject with fresh eyes, unbiased by the prevailing assumptions, and see things that an expert ignores. Stanford really was a dream job, and I was having a blast. But I couldn't help being aware and concerned that our planet, the only planet in the entire universe known to support life, was facing two equally dire threats: a relentless increase in heat-trapping greenhouse gases and a catastrophic collapse of global biodiversity. I guess I subconsciously assumed that somebody else, some benevolent entity more qualified than me, was responsible for saving us from all these disasters. Our government, maybe, the UN, NGOs, Santa Claus, who knows? I could do my small part, but this enormous planetary scale problem was surely not my problem to solve. After all, I'm not a climate scientist or an ecologist, and I don't get to write laws or treaties. Then about 12 years ago, it finally dawned on me that actually nobody else out there was solving these problems. There is no global climate czar or benevolent protector to save us from these disasters. I'm even starting to have my doubts about Santa Claus. Our society and our planet are facing many difficult problems, and we all need to recognize that nobody owns the job of solving them any more than you do. What can we do about it? Start by recognizing that the real problem is actually not that people love the foods that we make using animals. It's that we still use animals as our technology to make them. I was pretty sure that with a scientific approach, we could understand the biochemistry that underlies the flavors and textures and other valued properties well enough to create meat, fish, and dairy foods from sustainable plant ingredients that are more delicious, nutritious, and affordable than anything today's animal-based technology can make. If we could do that, then just by competing in the marketplace, we could make the animal-based food system obsolete. There was one little problem, though. By any reasonable standard, I was unqualified to take this on. I had never had any interest in the business world, very little interest in food, and knew next to nothing about either. But I had the great advantage of being a beginner and an outsider. So I walked away from a secure job that I loved to try something that reasonable people were sure would end in disappointment and failure. A project I didn't know how to do, and a problem I didn't know how to solve. But it might succeed, and if I didn't try, I would fail by forfeit. The worst thing you can do is to look for reasons not to try. Just do the experiment. So I did. I founded a company called Impossible Foods with a singular, insanely ambitious mission to turn back the clock on climate change and reverse the collapse of biodiversity by completely replacing the use of animals in the global food system by 2035. I've since been joined on this mission by hundreds of brilliant colleagues. We don't have a roadmap, and we know we'll encounter many disappointments and failures on the way to our goal, but we blast ahead. 45 years after my own graduation, I'm as optimistic and excited and curious about what the future holds as I was then, and I'm still just a beginner. You are about to inherit the best planet in the universe. Please take better care of it than my generation has. It's not somebody else's job, it's your opportunity. And now, congratulations, you've done it, you've graduated. Your future is waiting for you. Make it count.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Members of the class of 2021, the moment you have been waiting for all afternoon, all day, and working towards through years of study is now here. The degrees in course will now be conferred. Mr. President, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here have qualified in all respects for the degrees in course. They have successfully completed curricula offered by the several schools and colleges of Northeastern University and have been recommended by the faculty and the Council of Deans to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. The candidates will be presented to you by the academic deans. After they have been presented, members of the graduating class joining us here today in Boston, across our global campuses, and from around the world, in each school or college, will please remain standing until their degrees have been conferred. So, to get us going, I would like to invite Gregory Abaud, Dean of the College of Engineering, to please come forward.
I'd like to ask that the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the College of Engineering please proudly rise. Mr. President, I am very pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science with specification. Congratulations.
I would like to invite Raj Echambadi, Dunton Family Dean of the Damore McKim School of Business, to please come forward.
Good afternoon. We are honored to have the benefactors of the Damore McKim School of Business here, Mr. Rich Damore, Chair of the Northeastern Board of Trustees, and Alan McKim, the Vice Chair of the Northeastern Board of Trustees. Please join me in recognizing Rich and Alan. Now, will the candidates for the bachelor's degree from the Damore McKim School of Business please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor and privilege of presenting the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Science with specification. Congratulations, Damore McKim class of 2021. We're very proud of you. Thank you.
I would like to invite Carmen Shepa, Dean of the Bouvet College of Health Sciences, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the Bouvet College of Health Sciences please rise? Mr. President, I am delighted and honored to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor's of Science and Bachelor's of Science with a specification. Congratulations.
I would like to invite Carla Broadley, Dean of the Curry College of Computer Sciences, to please come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the Corey College of Computer Sciences please rise? Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science with specification, or Bachelor of Arts with specification. I am so proud of all of you at Corey, and I also want to acknowledge that my son is part of this graduating class as well, although he has traveled incognito, and I am not going to out him now. However, I am going to blow a kiss in the general direction in which he sits.
I would like to invite Elizabeth Hudson, Dean of the College of Arts, Media and Design, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the College of Arts, Media and Design please rise? Hello, Camdy. Mr. President, I am honored to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, or Bachelor of Landscape Architecture. Congratulations, Camdy graduates. I'm so proud of you.
I would like to invite Hazel Siv, Dean of the College of Science, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the College of Science please rise? Mr. President, I am honored and delighted to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts. Warmest congratulations, College of Science graduates.
I would like to invite Uta Poiger, Dean of the College of Social Sciences and Humanities, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor in the College of Social Sciences and Humanities please rise? We are so proud of you. Mr. President, it is my deep honor to present to you the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science. Congratulations, class of 2021.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I confer upon you and all those who have properly qualified the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts with specification, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Science with specification, according to the department in which you have qualified, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Graduates, you're officially now with a diploma. So what I would like you to do is turn to your families, friends, partners, spouses. Let them take the first picture of you as the newly minted graduates. The cameras are on you. Congratulations.
Will all graduates please be seated? The pandemic has reaffirmed both the importance of science and the necessity of coordinated public health measures. In the US, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention represents the nexus of these two things. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce the CDC's new director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky. Dr. Walensky plays a leading role in managing the federal government's efforts to control the COVID-19 pandemic, including overseeing the nation's massive vaccination program. Previously, she served as chief of the Division of Infectious Diseases at Massachusetts General Hospital and professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School. Please welcome Dr. Rochelle Walensky.
Congratulations to you, the 2021 graduating class of Northeastern University. Pause, look around at this stadium and celebrate this moment. While magnificent, I am certain it is not what you envisioned when you started on this experience. This is a pivotal moment for each of you, strengthened by your failures, defined by your successes, and enriched by everything you have learned and every way you have grown these past years. As you look around at your friends and colleagues in your caps and gowns, know that you are looking at the future. You are a group who will go anywhere and do anything and will be forever bound by the Northeastern connection. Today is the beginning of your journey. As you graduate today and head off into the world, I am here to urge all of you to embrace the journey that is in front of you. The destination for each of you may be quite different, but you now have the knowledge, skills, inner strength, and resilience to make the voyage ahead. I am honored to serve as the 19th director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the nation's public health protection agency at such a critical time. When I was in your shoes, I can promise I would have never expected to be here. But you become who you are because of pivotal moments in your education and your training. I have had a number of such central moments that have shaped my career. First, my medical training in the 1990s at an inner city hospital full of patients dying of AIDS. no treatment yet available, and hope running thin for doctors and patients alike. I never thought I would be an infectious disease physician, but these disease and these patients, their clinical and personal stories captured me. Next, my time learning the study and practice of public health, acknowledging the important work that can be done at the intersection of social justice, equity, and health. And most recently, COVID-19, a global public health crisis that has impacted us all. I want to use the time I have with you today to humbly share with you some lessons I have learned from these moments in my career and hope they will help you along your path, no matter where it will take you. First, connect with the work in front of you. If you find yourself intrigued, ask more questions. If you find yourself motivated, push harder. If you discover something unexpected, consider following further down the path. It is your turn to move the world in new directions, discover new heights, and drive innovation. Second, remember to think of everyone. No matter what you do, be inclusive in your work. Provide for those who rarely receive the support they need and care for your community. We are all aware of the systemic inequities that have led to unacceptable disparities in our society. We can no longer just document this problem. Our job together is to fix it. And to do so, we have to be willing to be open, to learn, and to listen to others' lived experiences and their perspective because of them. You can be the change agents we need. You can make a difference, one person at a time, one act at a time. Third, ask the big questions, the ones that move your field, the questions that challenge the norm and that have the greatest impact. The answers are often slow to come and the path frustrating. Try to be undeterred by the failures. Instead, love the pursuit. It is the pursuit of those answers that is your mission. And as your resume grows with a list of your successes, remember that it is in your failures that you will grow the most. Fourth, travel this path with colleagues who become friends. Surround yourself by those who are smarter than you, complementary and yet different in your skill sets, and let yourself strive bigger because they are, letting go of your pride and competition. Travel together in the spirit of discovery. And finally, aim big. As you take every next step, every next job, every next endeavor, remember you should be nervous. If you are not thinking even just for a minute that you might be biting off a bit too much, you are not aiming big enough. And I remind myself of this every single day. I have a plaque on my desk among the very few things that traveled with me from my Mass General office. It sits there in Atlanta at CDC and it says, "Hard things are hard." It was given to me by a dear colleague who is now a dear friend, who helped me through some hard times. It's true. The challenges we face are often hard, but we can do hard things. You can do hard things. Your journey and your story are, in many ways, just beginning. It's your commencement. As you look ahead of you, remember that it is okay if the view is obscured in the mist. What matters is that you keep moving down the path, enjoying the view, even if it is currently hazy. I wish you all the greatest success on your path, and I have so much confidence that you are up to the challenges ahead. Thank you for all you will do, and all you will achieve, and all the ways you will work to make this world better for everyone in it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Walensky. I'm Alan McKim, Vice Chair of Northeastern's Board of Trustees. Class of 2021, congratulations on all that you've achieved, and I'm honored to be here with you. As a graduate of Northeastern, I can assure you that alumni are important members of the Northeastern family. Therefore, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce S.G. Koi Se Ray Ezaru,
Chair of the Young Alumni Advisory Board. Please join me in welcoming SG to the podium.
Graduates, we salute your temerity, your drive, and your resilience during a year like no other. You have persisted through unthinkable challenges, and you have made it through to earn your degree and join our robust, diverse, and vibrant Northeastern alumni community. As our next generation of trailblazing pioneers, you will change the way we think, communicate, and experience the world around us. Your potential is virtually limitless, and your ambition is unrelenting. Not only are you accomplished and gifted members of the class of 2021, you are a part of a thriving Northeastern network that is making an impact around the globe. Here to welcome you to this network are members of our 50th reunion class of 1971 and other fellow Golden graduates joining us for today's celebration. Golden graduates, would you please stand as you are able and let us congratulate these members here today and joining us virtually. Golden graduates, I present to you our newest class of alumni. I hope they will remain as engaged with the university as you are, representing a diverse and inclusive community of this generation's best and brightest. As you know, Northeastern's alumni network spans many generations and geographies, cultures, and careers. With alumni, parents, and students living in more than 190 countries, you are empowered to both build connections and play an active role in enhancing the Northeastern network worldwide. Please direct your attention to the video screens for a special welcome from the alumni representing just a few of our communities around the globe.
Dear graduates, you are bold, you are resilient.
أنتم مرنون, أنتم صناع التغيير.
आज इस खुशी के दिन पर मेरी तरफ से आप सबको बहुत बधाइयाँ.
A la fecha han logrado tanto y su futuro presenta oportunidades infinitas.
Welke weg je ook inslaat, onthoud dat jullie connectie met Northeastern levenslang is.
כי לכל פעם בחייכם יש הסקי קרוב, יש הסקי בסביבכם.
在这次途中，别忘了母校将是你们最强的后盾。今天，你们加入了东北大学在全球27万的校友大家庭。
Bawani, e caro, e caso, e kale, e couche.
Bundan sonraki yolculuğunuzun bir parçası olmaktan gurur duyuyoruz.
Félicitations et bienvenue.
And congratulations.
Félicitations.
הרבה מזל טוב.
مبروك ومرحبا بكم class of 2021.
The Office of Alumni Relations will keep connections strong with your lifelong Northeastern community. Use it to continue learning, access career strategies, engage with thought leaders and idea generators, and find the resources you need to achieve what's next. And now to recognize the tradition of the Northeastern alumni pin. For those wearing your red alumni pin, think of this each time you see it. This pin symbolizes your determination, resilience, and success, as well as your inclusion in a new Northeastern experience as alumni. I am thrilled to welcome you into the Northeastern Alumni Network and eagerly anticipate watching your stories unfold. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, SG. Will all graduates please rise? In a time-honored tradition, those receiving their first degree today will now shift their tassel to the left side of the cap. We invite the audience to stand and join Olivia Perez in singing the Alma Mater, accompanied by the Northeastern University Brass Quintet. Words and music are displayed on the video screens.
Graduates, please remain standing, because I'm going to give you a very short charge, but afterwards, we're going to do something together. So that's the charge. Class of 2021, this is your time, your moment, your opportunity. Your charge is to take your Northeastern experience and apply it to your passions, wherever your passions lies. In science, discovery, caregiving, and healing, uncovering the truth, creating art that inspires. And I urge you not to pursue these passions alone. What we have learned this year, especially, is how the Northeastern community supports and uplifts us all. Remember that you'll always be part of this community. Wherever your journey takes you, Northeastern is your lifelong home. Go forth, create, innovate, make change, and always keep the music of Northeastern in your hearts. Graduates, I salute you. Congratulations. Now, comes the fun part. Some of you taught me how to dance. We danced together. Unfortunately, we didn't do it this year. So we are going to do it together. And we have a special treat for you. What you are going to do is dance around your chair, not beyond, because we are limited. So imagine that your chair is your world, and dance around it, on it, however you want. But don't go beyond it. When it comes to making music, I could spend all day trying to describe what the jazz band in that backyard sounded like. But like everything else at Northeastern, it's better if you experience it yourself. So here they are, Zeke Martin and the Oracle. Let's dance together.
audience and newest alumni, please be seated and remain seated as the President's party recesses.
Thank you.